my computer there.
It's just the lighting, Queen Debbie, that's all.
I can't do much about the lighting here for now.
Sister, you are fine. Don't worry. Go
But
ahead.
you look good. But you look good as always.
Thank you, Kunje W and Brother Alfred. Thank you, everyone. We will forever. You should be thinking about that. So we're going to dive into all of it. Dr. Derek, are you ready for us to go? I know you were born ready.
Host started recording.
Good night, good evening, good morning. We welcome each and everyone who has signed in to Globally Changing Lives, this Onpassive webinar deep dive, where we deep dive into everything that regards Onpassive. We appreciate you. We thank you for joining us today. We're starting the webinar officially with a signature tune by one of our global ambassadors by the name of Lerato Shadare. Please, I urge you to watch carefully the images, the nonverbal communication in the song, as they are something telling us what is happening live in our Onpassive journey. So without further ado, I'll mute myself and pass it over to Dr. Derek to play the signature tune to welcome each and every one of us. Over to you, Dr. Derek. Thank you. There's no volume. Thank you, Dr. Derek.
Lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. It ain't to win it, it ain't to win it. Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one hope, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. It ain't to win it, it ain't to win it, it ain't to win it. It ain't to win it, it ain't to win it. Onpassive. Onpassive, the future of internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Onpassive, the future of internet. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. See, I suggested that we should look at the images at the beginning of this song. That is the nonverbal communication of O Connect with all the people and its wonderful features. So thanks again for putting that together for us, Dr. Derek. Very much appreciated. At this point, we're going to talk about the mindset. And our wonderful Queen Sister, Dr. T, will talk to us today about the habits of Onpassive that should be practiced at the end of the workday by each and every one of us. We've heard from her several times, so I'm not going to say too much about her. I'll just give a little bit of her background that we should know. That she is a wonderful international inspirational speaker. And she does not just speak internationally, she transforms everything that she says about the mindset. She's a life coach, empowerment trainer, a former TV talk host, an educator, an author of 4 books. And Queen Tony can share those books in the chat, all the 4 books, just in case anyone is interested in digging further into it. And she has many other things that she's going to share with us. So please let us welcome our global brand ambassador, Queen Dr. T, as she shares with us the habits that Onpassivians should practice at the end of each working day. Welcome, Dr. T.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Thanks for the smile.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome, 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 and thank you so much for this opportunity to share with you. I mean, aren't we on a phenomenal journey? I am just so elated to be a part of Deep Dive and be with a group of wonderful Onpassivians. That's what I think we call them, Onpassivians. And I just want to share with you this evening, I guess you could say it's part 2 of a topic that I shared with you several weeks ago, probably a couple of months ago. I believe I shared with you the habits of a successful person, routines that they do in the morning. So I thought it would only be fair to talk about what successful Onpassivians should be doing in the evening at the end of their workday. And these habits are very, very important because we want to incorporate them into our lives because they're going to dictate how we are going to continue our success as we continue to go on this Onpassive journey, every area of our lives. So I want to be able to right now share with you 7 of those habits. And these are habits that successful people also incorporate into their lives. And I deem all of you, everyone on this webinar, and even all of our global ambassadors, I deem all of us successful. And even those who may not be on board right now 100%, as they come on board, I deem them all being successful. So I'm going to share with you right now 7 habits that I believe that you should practice to become successful in every area of your life, especially as you run your business. The first habit, the very first habit that I think we should incorporate is to reflect on the day. Reflecting on your day. It only takes a few moments. It doesn't take long. I would say like 5 minutes out of your day. Just begin to get quiet and begin to ask yourself, think about if your day was successful, what you did to make your day successful. if it wasn't that successful, think about the things that you may have done wrong. What may have gone wrong to that your day was not as successful as you wanted it to be. You know, and just think about that. You know, and also while you're thinking about that, think about what you want to do tomorrow. You know, you want to be thinking about the tasks that you want to accomplish the next day. These are things we should be doing, because as we do this, it prepares us to avoid the mistakes that we made of the day and to continue the successes that we incorporated as we fulfilled what we did that day. So again, the first habit that we want to incorporate is to reflect on the day. The second habit is prioritize tomorrow's task. You want to prioritize tomorrow's task. This habit picks up where we left off, where I said about reflecting on to tackle tomorrow's task. Now you want to prioritize the task that you're going to do the next day. And this allows you to get rid of the stress, because when you prioritize what you are going to do the next day, that means you won't be so overwhelmed. It's just like when you get ready to go on a job interview, or if you're going to the church on Sunday, or it may be a special event. Don't you normally pick out what you're going to wear? Because that way you won't be fumbling through the closet trying to figure out if you're going to put this on or put that on, because you've already determined what you're going to wear. It's the same thing when you're prioritizing your day, because what it does, it makes you focused. And that way you'll know what your tasks are and you'll become more successful. I suggest that you just find 2 or 3 things that are the most important things that you want to accomplish and stick with that. You don't have to have a long list. Just stick with 2 or 3 things that you want to accomplish on that day and prioritize that. And I believe when you do that, that you eliminate the stress, and then you'll find yourself being more fulfilled and more successful as you go into the next day. The third habit that I want to share with you is to learn something new. Successful people always nourish their minds. At the end of the workday, they find something they haven't done, or they find something new to do. It might be a self-help book that you started to read. Begin to read that book. It might be just a chapter a night. It might be a podcast that you want to watch. Maybe it's one of the deep dive or dream team webinars that you may have missed. Okay, and you like the topic and you want to go ahead and look at that. It may be a book that you just want to start writing, or it might be a recipe that you want to learn. The choices are endless, but the key is to learn something new. At the end of your workday, learn something new. Don't just have idle time. Begin to learn something new. And the fourth one, which is very, very important, after you have prioritized your day, after you've reflected and you've learned something new, begin to just disconnect. Yes, I said that. Disconnect. Push everything away. Nothing to do with Onpassive, nothing to do with work. This is the time to spend time with the most important person in the world, you. And also spend time with your family. You know, spend time exploring who you are. You know, get to know you at this time. Spend time with family and friends. Make this a time where you can start really doing self-help. Nourishing your body, you know, taking a bath, you know, doing something that just makes you feel good about you. You know, take your spouse for a walk. Take your children out and play a game of basketball out on the court if you have that. Go swimming in your backyard if you have a pool. Whatever it might be. But this is just a time to disconnect from everything that deals with work. And that's very, very important. People who are successful, they know how to shut down and when to push away from work. Because if you don't do that, you know, they always say that when you overwork yourself, what are you going to do? You're going to have a lot of stress, and you're going to cause yourself to have different sicknesses and disease. So again, the fourth habit is to just learn to disconnect from everything that deals with work. And the fifth habit, and this is very important too, begin to tidy up. Yes, you don't want to be around a lot of clutter. Get rid of the clutter around you, because it represents unfinished business to your brain. When your brain sees all the clutter, it's like, okay, we still have things to do. Now, you've already disconnected. You've already prioritized your week or your day. You've already reflected. Okay, so you want to right now is you want to begin to tidy up your work area. That's very important. File the things away that you need to file away. If your workstation is a little messy, begin to organize your tasks for the next day. Even in your kitchen, make sure your dishes are put away or cleaned up. Make sure the surface of your kitchen is cleaned off. All those things. All those things are very important because when you tidy up, that makes you feel like a sense of accomplishment. That makes your brain feel like you are accomplishing something. Somebody has they needs to be muted. I apologize. Somebody needs to mute themselves. It's kind of hard to talk over somebody who has their vocal on. Okay, I'll continue on. Okay, so when you begin to tidy up,
Dr. Derek, Dr. Derek, one of your devices is on. Thank you, Dr. T. You can proceed.
Okay, I apologize. So when you tidy up, that gives you a sense that this is the time where you're really winding down for your day. That means that you've gotten rid of the clutter, you've gotten your workstation ready for the next day, you filed your papers away, everything is clean, because when you tidy up, that's a sense of productivity. That means that you no longer have to deal with the clutter in your life because you've tidied things up and you're preparing your workstation, your surfaces that you're using for the next work day. And the number 6, I'm almost finished. Number 6 is thanking God for the day and those involved in the success of your day. I always tell you, no matter what I speak about, I always let you know that there's no way to leave God out of the equation. This is a time when you're reflecting, when you're prioritizing, when you're tidying up your day, and when you're reflecting, you always want to give God thanks for all of the successes, even the things that you were not successful in, just the mere fact that you came through that, even the mistakes that you've made. This is the time to ask God, what did I do wrong? And thank you for allowing me to come through that. Okay, so have an attitude of gratitude. Also, while you're being thankful, thank God for the people that he has brought into your life that day to help you with your successes. It might even be the people in your back office. When you look at your top customers, if you get money in your wallets, go back and look at your customers and say, hey, it's because of this person, Jane Doe, John Doe, whatever. It's because of this person that I am being prosperous. These people decided to buy these products. And this is one of the reasons why I am successful. So begin to thank God for your day. Thank God for the successes. Thank God for even the things that were mishaps. And also thank God for the people that added to your success for that day. And of course, the last one, and I would say this is probably one of the most important ones, is to prepare to get a good night's sleep. You prioritize, you've reflected, you tied up, okay? You know what I'm saying? You thank God. You've read something, you've learned something new. Now it's time to shut it down completely. But you've got to prepare to get a good night's sleep. This is the most important one. Research has shown that adequate sleep improves your attention, your focus, and your mood. Also, research has also shown that when you get a good night's sleep, people with diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, things like that, when you get a good night's sleep, those levels are lowered. I know for a fact, let's say for a person who's a diabetic, when they get a good night's sleep, their glucose level is lower. It's at a good level because they've slept well. I don't care how well they've eaten. I don't care if they're taking their meds. But if they don't get a good night's sleep, they're going to have a high glucose count. And that's a proven fact. Even your high blood pressure. So getting a good night's sleep is very, very pivotal for your overall health. It rejuvenates you, it energizes you, and it makes you ready to take on the world. So those are the 7 habits that I want to share with you. And I believe that when we incorporate these 7 habits, we as Onpassivians will be successful in our work day for the next day. And let me go over again, as I always do, a recap. The 7 habits successful Onpassivians should practice at the end of the day are: number 1, reflect on the day. Reflect on your day. Number 2, prioritize tomorrow's task. Number 3, learn something new. Number 4, disconnect. Number 5, tidy up. Number 6, thank God for the day and those involved in your success. And the last but not least, prepare to get a good night's sleep. And when you incorporate Onpassivians, when you incorporate these 7 habits into your life, I believe that you would be a very successful person. You'll be up there with the rest. As we go on this journey, you'll find yourself being at the apex of your success. Thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Thank you. Actually, I shouldn't be clapping. I should find the emoji. Queen JW, you can find that emoji, right? The one to applaud. Yes. Oh, Tiffany. We are using all those features, huh? That is why we're here. Oh, connect. Oh, my goodness. It's never been so smooth. Tonight is the best. Thank you. Whomever did that, applause to Dr. T. We appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, as you nailed those 7 points at the end of the day. All right. That's what each and every one of us should do at the end of the day. And you always find a way to sneak in the item about God. That's good. Because without him, we wouldn't even be here. We don't know how life takes us on a daily basis. So that's the one thing that we should actually, if I were to rearrange, I would say you start by thanking God for the day, that he got you up that morning. Without him, you wouldn't wake up to be able to go to work. You wake up with God in the morning, you thank him as you get to work, and then you say goodbye when you're going to sleep at the end of it. So God at the beginning and God at the end. I'm just sharing, listening to you, it's just making everyone think and rethink. So thank you, Dr. T. If anyone has any question for Dr. T, please, this is the right time to raise your hand before we move on. So yes, I see your virtual hand, Dr. Benny. Over to you.
I have to turn this thing off. Queen Debbie, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
You're welcome.
What I like about Dr. T, I would say remarkable, inspirational speech. You know why I say that? Because you talk about my father.
Okay.
You talked about my father, just like Queen Debbie said that you should have even started that one. That one should have been the first. As we all know, and by the way, I want to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my queens and my kings around the globe. Thank you all for coming. Dr. T, I know there's something about going to sleep. Unfortunately, I know I don't go to sleep on time, but I believe when we, even though we had it, and Queen G, I know I don't go to bed on time, but pretty soon I will go to bed on time. Something that you talk about, tidy up. This one is very important, especially to all the ladies, because when I enter the cars of some of my ladies, their cars are not tidy up. This is very important. Well, I shouldn't say only the ladies, but it is really, I like all your points. Tidy up your work area. Clean the dishes, clean everything, clean your car, clean everything. It's important. But anyway, everything is perfect. But the most important thing, that the reason why I raised my hands up is because you talked about my father. I know that he's not only my father, but he's our daddy. Our daddy, one lady sent a note to me today. She said something that she was not too pleased, but I just said, God is in control about our CEO. I say, God is in control. It is God that sent our CEO to us. Whoever is jealous about my CEO or your CEO, God is in control. Why are they jealous? God chose him. God chose our CEO, and our CEO decided to accept his calling. Well, thank you so much. I will be quiet at the moment. Proceed, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
Greetings to everyone. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Queen Debbie, for your host with the most. You're the host with the most. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Dr. Derek. And thank you to all the leaders and most of all to all the global users. You know, we have so much to be grateful for. And Dr. T is so right. We should have the attitude of gratitude. And Dr. T, you nailed it. I have to say you nailed it, because these 7 habits, if we implement them, we will be successful. But you know what's so great about them is that each one intertwines with the other. So you can't do one without the next. You know, when she say reflect on your day, yes, reflect on your day, because you know whatever you didn't do right in that day, you have another opportunity through our Heavenly Father to do it right the next day. And reflecting on your day can be anything, like she stated, you know, and prioritizing, it's very important, because that way you will get the things that's more important. Like you say, 3 things. It don't have to be a whole book. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. We don't have to overwhelm ourselves. We just need to pick 1 or 2 things and get it out of the way, and you will feel so good, because that's what's going to build your confidence. So what she's saying, they are very simple. They're not hard things to do. We make them hard by not doing them. That's how it all becomes an issue, you know? And learn something new. And she's so correct, because we're learning something new every day with Onpassive, to tell you the truth. Because some of us would not even be here on this platform if it wasn't for the person that invited us onto Onpassive in the first place. And then we're learning so much. So then all Dr. T is saying is continue to learn new things now. You know, picking up a book, you know, implementing some of the things they told us that Dr. John spoke about, you know, financial things that we need to get in place, start educating ourselves. We have so much, like she said, there is so much to learn. So it's not like you have to pick and you have to look for it and you have to go to Google and look for it. No, it's all before us already. We just have to prioritize, like she said. And disconnecting, that is so amazing. You know, yesterday I went and spent some time with my daughter said, well, let's go to the park, Ma. And we took the grandkids. Me and her and the kids went to the park, and we had an amazing time. Sometimes you just got to let your hair down. You know, I got on the swings and I swung, and my granddaughter said, find me, and I went running and chasing after her. So that is some downtime for yourself. Even if you absolutely do nothing for the day, it's the downtime for you, you know? And then you could tidy up clutter. You know, when I look around, sometimes I'm helping my daughter out and I see something, and then I thought I was finished, and here goes something else. You know, with kids, there's always something to do. And you're right, if you don't get rid of the clutter, you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you're not accomplishing anything. You're going to feel like you're a failure. So get rid of the clutter. And thanking God is the most important thing. We do it in the morning and we thank Him all throughout the day. You know, because God do things 24/7. He don't stop. He don't have a time period for anything. And preparing for the next day, for a good night rest, very important, like she said, because without it, we will not feel like the day, we will still feel like we're in the same day. You won't feel like it's a new day, even though it's a new day, because you're tired. And when you feel tired and you wake up tired, that means it seems like you carried the day yesterday over into your today, which is supposed to be an awesome and a new day. So these 7 points, Dr. T, we so appreciate you. We love you. And thanks again.
Thank
for
you.
Those
Thank
7
you,
habits to us. You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Appreciate you more.
Thank you, Queen JW, and
Yes.
Dr. T. Thank you once more for that amazing 7 points for the end of the day. Part 2. Wow. All right. I can't wait to hear what you have for the next time you do a mindset discussion with us. I appreciate it. So we have the next part is equally exciting. Dr. T has succeeded in giving us the other part of our mindset. Our CEO gives us the physical, and she's giving us the mental. She gave us the mental. So we're moving to the next one, which would be one of the things that one of the things that we have to discuss today. And the person who is going to present is our one and only Dr. Benny. And Dr. Benny is the right person to say this today because she has a PhD in information technology, security, and assurance, as well as cybersecurity. She has many other certifications in 9 areas. So the topic she's going to talk to us today is about cybersecurity tips to stay protected. And we definitely need those. This is part 2 of her discussion with us today. So are we ready? Have your notepads and jot down points for her. If you have any issues and any questions that you've been harboring, this is the right time to be ready and get your answers. So, Dr. Queen Sister Benny, over to you, ma'am. You are muted. You're
So much,
welcome.
Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. I am, as we all know, last week I presented about the tips of cybersecurity. The reason that I believe Dr. Derry wants us to have this is because a lot of us, most of us are utilizing cell phones. Even if you were not utilizing your cell phone, whether you have a computer, it does not really matter. The reason is because the time has arrived. September 1st, this is the month. This is the month that a lot of our brand ambassadors have started receiving the dollars. The reason why we are receiving is because being a brand ambassador, we are the first customer to this company, which means it's time for us to purchase our first solution or product. Now, by us purchasing these solutions, we have to protect this money that will be coming in from the hackers. So it's time, my dear. Let me.
All right.
I believe it's loading, right?
It's there.
It's loading.
It's there.
I'm not, I want it here. I want to see it here.
Oh,
We can see it on the screen, Dr. Benny.
Wow, but I can't
yeah.
see it well.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
small.
It's small. So what I'm saying is that it's loading. Yes.
The first slide that we are seeing is on passive, the power of AI.
Yes, look at all this. I have them, but I need to see it very well myself. Please give me a minute. I'm sorry.
Take your time. Take your
Yes,
time
please.
and open it.
Let me stop sharing, right? Because Oh man. Okay. Guess what? I'm going to leave the meeting and come back. Queen Debbie, could you please proceed? I want to leave the meeting and come back because
I hear you.
I mean, you guys are seeing it, but I am not seeing it very well.
Understood.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. We have to understand she's left, but her screen is still showing. So hopefully she'll be able to reload and come in back fresh. It says speaker is presenting, but I am not presenting. And she's not speaking. I am the one speaking. So let's just be patient. She'll be back. And hopefully the screen she's sharing will go away. Thanks for your patience, everyone. All right. Dr. Derek, give us a joke. While waiting for Dr. Bennett to come back. Or anyone in the house, give us a joke. A joke that is going to make everyone laugh. The house is too quiet, oh. Come on.
Dr. Devi, I just want to say that today is tomorrow's yesterday.
Indeed. Wow. Queen Nadu. I just put down the name that I saw you, and I also saw Queen Naka. You're welcome. Can you please say that once more again?
Today is tomorrow's yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Let me write that down as you please kindly elaborate on it.
Yes. When we talk about how to prioritize stuff that we are doing, so you have to plan for tomorrow. And when you get to tomorrow, you are talking about, I did this yesterday. That is the reflection of today. The time in the present when you were working on it. So everything is connected. How can you separate yesterday from today and tomorrow? It's just like one is present, one you didn't have it, you already use it, and you know from what you get from yesterday that another day is coming, so you have to plan how to use that day, and it's the tomorrow. So when you do all that, you use a lot of energy. That's why you need to relax. If not, you will be overwhelmed. And Dr. T talk about cleaning the clutter. When you have space, everything is clean around you, you feel like you are new. You have the vibes to do something. But when you gotta walk and there's something in the way, there's something stinky, there's something that you have to clean, you cannot do the job. You cannot do the job. And they say the way you are showing yourself physically is a reflection of your mental. So if you say, I have too much to think about, when people get to you, they will notice that there's too much around you, and you don't even know how to organize it, to make it look clean, because nothing is coming by heart. Everything is connected. Yeah. And then if everything that you have, I agree with our presenter tonight, you need to have attitude of gratitude, because your attitude is showing the altitude that you are. You cannot be going up on something that is not stable. If the ground is not solid, is not firm, how can you go up, build up, build up, build up? This is what we are seeing in Onpassive. We spend all this time to build something from scratch. And how many times we didn't try and we fell, but we didn't let anything keep us, push us to abandon what we want to do. Anytime we fail, we come up stronger. And we have this mindset that is not a failure, is experience. So we are creating new stuff all the time so that we will not fail ever. Never. Failure is not for us. And everybody, when you are satisfied about what you did, go to bed, you will sleep.
True.
Why we cannot sleep is because we are not happy. We didn't do it and we want to do better, we want to do more, and we never satisfied. Never satisfied. So what got to happen is your blood pressure going up, you have this, you have that, and you get sick. So we will not stop thinking about tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. What are we doing about today? What are we doing about today? So I'm going through everything that we learned tonight, and I'm so happy to be here. But sometimes we do things and we don't even know that we are doing something valuable.
You said it all, Queen Nadu. I mean, wow. I'd never thought of all the things you just said. Today is tomorrow's yesterday. And how you explained everything in so much detail. Thank you. I'm so glad you were able to speak, because this would have stayed with you. It just opened other minds about something new. What a learning curve. This is a learning process. Dr. Derek, thank you for giving us the opportunity to be able to come to this classroom. A very challenging one. And then we have teachers who help us navigate our way through, right? Including Queen Dr. Nadu. Yeah.
It's just following what I learned. Like when I was coming, I didn't know I would have all that set up. Like,
oh, okay. From a presentation.
Yeah, it's a great presentation. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you to Dr. Nadu. All right. I think Dr. Benny's computer is functioning properly.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys will not be able to see it because
we can hear you very well now. So proceed, please.
Yeah. So I'm just going to present it without you guys seeing it. Okay.
Okay.
Dr. B, just try and share again.
Okay, I'm trying. This thing is not, it's buffering. So
Using share screen, or are you using presentation?
the first thing is for you to upload, right? You have to upload. Hold on.
And share that from a screen, or you can do presentation that you have to upload. Yeah.
That is true, but the first thing is for you to upload it, and that's what I'm doing. So in order to upload it. This is it's not doing what I expected it to do. Yeah. Doesn't make sense. So upload. So it says that the file already exists. You know, we do have like 2 PowerPoints here. It has a PDF and it has the PDF file. So I'm uploading it and it says that the file already exists. So can I just present without? Because
I don't see any problem with that, Dr. Benny.
yeah, it's not doing what I expected it to do. It doesn't make sense.
When you left, your screen was still on. After you left, your screen was still on. And it said the document had been downloaded. And the first slide was on the screen for some time, just before you came back. Just an FYI. So we're just making note of this. It
Yeah, because
with you.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's behaving this way.
Roll the show and then you talk.
What did you say, please?
If you can send it to Dr. Derek to play from his end and you do the talking.
Certainly. I need his email, please. That's fine. I hope you have Gmail because it's a large file. Can you send me your email address, Dr. Derek? Queen Nadu, you can proceed. Sorry, guys. I didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah, I cannot even stop sharing. I don't know what to stop sharing. Sorry.
I
We're
thought
all
something
learning.
is wrong.
We're all learning our new babies. Okay.
Yeah, something's wrong with this. So that's why I said I can either. Yeah.
Dr. Benny?
Yes, please.
If you want to send it to Dr. Info Derek Clark at Gmail, just send that to me.
Hold on. Let me go to Gmail. Hold on. Can you just write this stuff down here, please? Let me see. Hold on. Can you write the Gmail here, please?
Dr. Benny, I'm sending it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Dr. Derek, you're sharing your screen, but it's muted.
I have sent it.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure he's working on it now.
No problem. I mean, let's see whether he can share it because I could not see it when I shared the first time. Then I tried to re-upload it again. It says it already exists, but I don't see it. So this should be something that if it doesn't work out, we have to report this. Because last week was okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
We just want to see what Dr. Derek will work on.
no problem. So as we all know, my brothers and sisters, the hackers are out there. The hackers are out there.
What did you send it to?
Dr. Derek Clark at gmail.com.
Okay, not getting it. You sure it was sent?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back to my sent. Let me send it again. Doc. Oh.
And you spell out the doctor?
Yes, DOCTO. Then Derek.
Oh, it's in spam.
Huh?
I never know Gmail sent to spam.
You saw it?
Yeah, it's in spam. I never know Gmail sent Gmail to spam.
Oh, Gmail spam, man.
They know Gmail send their own Gmail to spam. That's crazy.
Dr. Derek, I want to thank you for this. I mean, this is, I believe the reason for this topic is so that those who don't really care about their email on their phone should start caring about it now. Yes. You want to protect it. You want to protect your money. I believe I should enlighten each and everyone. We are all brand ambassadors. We are the first customers. Make sure you pay your $143. Please make sure. If you don't expect anything to happen.
About paying the money,
Yes, please.
I call my bank 4-5 times.
Yes, please.
They say my card is clean and it's the merchant that is blocking it. Now they are asking me to talk to Onpassive because they are not having any response from Onpassive. That's why I cannot pay. Yep.
Yesterday, when I try to pay it, it says I have insufficient money. How can I have insufficient? But I stood firm. I wanted to talk to the fraud department. I was there. I told them to wait until, let me try it. Guess what? I was able to pay. So I haven't done that again today. The unfortunate thing is that they want us to pay one. So I believe you need to attend maybe some of the webinar that Brother Marty is in, and so that you can let them know about this problem.
I was there with you last time, and you know I never used crypto, but there was an attempt to pay with crypto on one of my accounts on September 9th. I never tried to use crypto, but I saw that. I'm like, just waiting.
I think I had that experience yesterday. I paid for 2 accounts with 2 different cards, but I had the same issue that you just spoke about, that they said insufficient fund. So I had to call my credit company myself, and they were there when I made the payment. So I don't know where the error is coming from. I don't know if it is the bank, but it's just the application that we are using. I just don't know what the problem is, but I was able to pay for 2 accounts with 2 different cards.
Awesome.
Just an FYI.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Patrick.
This is Dr. T. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes. Are you all, some of the things that we can do, I was listening to Marty and a few others this afternoon. If you haven't tried, maybe you've already tried that, but if you haven't tried a prepaid card, that may help. I had to pay with my PayPal card. I could not go through my bank, and the bank was on the phone with me when I attempted to pay for my old Connect. They were on the phone with me as I was making the payment. It still declined with them on the phone. So when I did it through my prepaid card, the PayPal card, I had no issue. So if you all have a prepaid card like a NextSpend or PayPal or any other prepaid card, that might help. It may go through. I don't know why, but it went through. I had no problems with the PayPal card. So I just want to give you that suggestion if it's something you might want to look into.
Thank you, Dr. T. It's just going to get better and better as more people call into their banking institutions and card providers. It's getting better by the day. By the end of September, I don't think we'll be having this discussion. Oh my goodness.
Dr. T.
Yes.
Is that card, does that card have the CVD code and the expiration date?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh. If I have a prepaid card, but it doesn't have expiration. It have a Visa logo, but it doesn't have expiration date.
The expiration date might be in small writing on the back.
Oh.
And
also,
also,
I paid mine, but I want to pay for somebody else, and I wanted to, I go through a lot to get it paid. So,
but what I did when I paid one of mine, what I did is I uploaded the money into the wallet first.
Oh.
Yes, you can add the 143 to the wallet. Then you can go and pay for the subscription that way. And I didn't have no problem whatsoever.
Oh. That's what I did. That's what I did too, JW. I did the same thing. I went to the wallet.
Yes.
I paid through the wallet.
Yes,
the wallet
easier.
paid for the subscription. But
yes.
They're trying to discourage you from doing that, because I was listening to the webinar with Marty, and they don't really. They say you don't have to do that. You should be able to pay it the conventional way. But I say do it what work. Whatever works, do it.
Yeah. And it worked for me because the plus sign was there. That's before anybody told me what to do. I just hit on the plus sign, put my money on there, and then I said, oh my God, I must have did it the wrong way. Now I got to go back and find to subscribe to get my own connect. But everything worked out, you know?
Right.
So
everything worked out.
let me tell you, loading it up to the wallet is very easy. You don't have to go through nothing once you go through the first part. When you say you got to pay for your subscription, you just hit pay, and it's finished.
And it's finished, guys. So that's what I'm saying. So I feel like do what works. Spread the word. I mean, they may discourage you from doing it that way, but eventually, that's how you're going to pay for your products anyway. Through your wallet.
Through your
wallet. That's how you're going to have to pay for it. So might as well do it now. And if you have a prepaid card, if it's not taking your bank card, then go through a prepaid card. And I have PayPal, and it works beautifully. It works beautifully.
Dr. T, I have a question. I have a PayPal online.
Yeah.
I don't use my card, so I misplace it. And there's no option with the PayPal.
But it should be online.
Yeah, we're in action. Dr. Derek got it. You got it, Dr. Derek?
All right.
Uh-oh. I jinxed something. So sorry.
Well, he was very scream. Yeah.
Spoke too soon, huh, Queen Debbie? He spoke too soon?
Well, I was able to pay with my prepaid card, so I think the prepaid card is the best way to go. I did mine the same day that it came out. I was in there.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
Go, Dr. Derek.
Okay. Over to you, Dr. Derek.
All right, Dr. Benny.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. This is Onpassive. How to protect your phone from hackers. Part 2. Next, please. Great. As you guys can see, it says, what is online security? Could you please proceed? Please, let's go to the next. All right. What is online security? Online security is the practice of defending data, network, servers, computers, and electronic systems from malicious attack. This practice also known as IT security or cyber security, which involves using various processes and technologies to protect IT components from unauthorized access. When these security protocols are followed, the cyber criminals find it hard to attack or compromise the data. Online security applies everywhere there is an exchange or storage of data and information. Hackers and cyber criminals target electronic devices and systems to acquire and compromise data from malicious purposes. Therefore, all businesses and organizations, businesses like our company, Onpassive, or any other businesses, need a secure online environment. Remember to verify your email and use the correct tool for spam checkers. Next, please. Types of online security. Following the online security definition, it's essential to understand the various types of internet security. IT security applies in multiple contexts, from regular devices to cloud architecture. Some of the categories of internet security include 1. Application security. 2. Network security. And 3. You have the system security. Now, let's start with application security. This focuses on keeping applications free from threat. Since compromised software could allow unauthorized access, application security offers the ultimate protection. Application security begins with the design stage until the software is deployed. Next. All right. Next, we have in network security. This involves securing your overall network from the intruders. Your network include what? The cloud, software, Wi-Fi, and interconnected hardware components. Network security target all the threats that could compromise these components. Next, we have system security. It includes what? Developing and implementing security strategies to businesses like our company or any other company systems. So the systems are the facet of accessing the information such as CPU, storage disk, memory, software programs, cloud architecture. All businesses data is stored in the system that should be secured from any form of attack. So as we all know that within Onpassive, all our solutions are secured by what? They are all powered by artificial intelligence.
Brother Patrick, please mute yourself. Brother Patrick, please. Sorry for the interruption, Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Install security software tools on your mobile devices. Antivirus software and anti-malware software are not limited to computers only. You should use them on your mobile phones as well to protect your phones from hackers. When you swap the online, different types of malware like viruses, Trojan horses, worm, etc. can be installed on your device via a malware-loaded website. Your device also might get infected through a malicious email attachment or apps. You know, you guys remember our CEO said that you should not go anywhere else to download the apps. Do not. Make sure you listen to him. If you go out there and download something that is not correct, you may be infected. Download certificate management checklist essential. Well, 14-point free PDF. Security software not only dictate and remove malware, but also can warn you when you visit a bad site or download a malicious app. Some malware gets downloaded on your mobile without your notice. A good security program scans and notifies you every time something downloads to your device. Now with freemium security software, typically the basic service is free. If you want to tighten the security and need more features, you can upgrade them to a commercial service. You should check the advantages and disadvantages of both free and paid versions to determine the best solution for your device. Now, it is stated that free, you know, most of the time I used to want but free stuff, right? Because I'm trying to save money. No. Please do not download free version. Please try to pay for it because you don't want these hackers to deal with you. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Not everything is as it appears. Be vigilant when installing apps or downloading images, videos, files, songs, email attachments, etc. from the internet. There are few general rules of thumbs to follow when downloading content from the internet. Only download files from a well-known, reputable website. Scan all the files with your antivirus and anti-malware programs before downloading them. Do your homework. If you are installing a new or unknown app, research the app publishers and read the customers' reviews online. 70% of mobile fraud origins from malicious apps. check your app permission. When you install an app, it will likely request access to some integral features of your device, such as a camera, email, contact list, photo gallery, locations. Carefully review each of those features and ask yourself, does this app really need to access this particular feature? For example, if you are installing a food delivery app, it likely needs access to location tracking, but there's likely no reason why it should require access to your email, clients, phone books, files, and camera disallowed. Yeah, this is important. Proceed. Here's how you can check the permissions for all your installed mobile apps. iPhone. Oh, the iPhone. Go to the setting, go to privacy, and you will see a list of all the device features. Click on that specific feature to see which app have permission to access it. You can turn off the permission from that screen. Screenshot of how to secure your phone from hackers. It shows how to check apps permission on an iPhone. This screenshot shows how to check app permission from your iPhone. Now, next you have Android. Well, Android is for Dr. Derek. Go to the setting permission manager. You will get the list of the features and the apps which have permissions to access those apps. Note, all the Android phones have different names for the permissions checking tab. It depends on which brand's phone you are using. Yes. Thank you. Proceed. So you can go ahead and check your phone. Dr. Derek, could you go to the next screen, please? Thank you. SIM swapping occurs. Now you have to protect from SIM swapping. SIM swapping occurs when a bad guy calls your mobile service provider and asks for a replacement SIM card. This unauthorized SIM swapping is possible when a hacker has access to some of your confidential information, such as your last 4 digits of your social security number or any identity proof document, and uses it as part of their social engineering scam. If they are successful in convincing your mobile provider to port your number, the attacker can intercept all your phone calls, SMS, text messages, and potentially gain access to your accounts and services that are linked to your phone number. Wow. Pro tips. Now, to protect yourself from unauthorized SIM swapping or number porting, set up a unique PIN or passcode with your mobile service provider. This will be a number that only you have to use to access or make changes to your mobile account, including numbers, accounting, porting to other devices. You can also use apps like Google Authenticator, Authy, or Google's code-less authentication method to add another layer of security. Apple's two-step verification features can send an OTP, which is a one-time password, a registered device, rather than to the phone number. Whenever someone tries to log in from a new device, this adds an additional layer of a non-SIM-based MFA, which is multi-factor authentication security to your device. Now, in other words, even the perpetrator insert a replacement SIM card into your new device, they still can't activate it until they provide what? That one-time password, which iOS sends only to your registered device or to another phone number link connected to your primary phone number. So you can also set an app specific password, so no one can open your apps without providing those passwords. Yeah. Keep your tracking and remote locking setting on. At this stage, we assume that you have enabled your mobile lock screen features with an anti-digit passcode, face fingerprint recognition, or complicated pattern. This is particularly helpful if you lose your phone or if a thief has gotten their hands on your device. But if you think that your screen lock will make it impossible for thieves to misuse your phone, you are not aware of the tricks hackers can use to bypass the phone's initially security mechanism. There are ways to bypass even fingerprint lock and facial recognition security mechanisms. This is where the ability to remotely lock your device is essential. This is the first step in protecting your phone from hackers or anyone really who shouldn't have access to your device. Fortunately, virtually all the phone providers offer Find My Device and remote lock functionalities. You just need to install those apps if they don't come pre-installed on your device and register your phone device. Very important. Right. You can use Google Find My Device app for Android phone and Find My iPhone for Apple phones. To enable these apps, choose your type of device below and follow these easy directions. So as you all know, for my iPhone, go to Setting, Password, and Accounts. iCloud, turn on My iPhone, enable offline findings, and send last location. For Android phone, you just need to link your Gmail account in Google Find My Device app, and it will start working without any further settings. All the Android device providers have this feature available. For Samsung phones, you can use Samsung's Find My Mobile tools too. These apps also give you the ability to lock your phone remotely. If you are sure that your phone is in the wrong hands, you can also erase your entire phone memory remotely so that no one can misuse your data. Erasing your phone is a risky step. So create a regular backups of your important data. Very important. Thank you. Before moving forward, let's have a quick look at these powerful tips that will help you to protect your phones from hackers. Disable Allow Siri when locked function. Go to Settings, Siri, and search. Disable the Allow Siri when locked feature. In the past, some bugs in the iPhone allows anyone to bypass the screen lock and access a couple of functions using Siri. All right. Password protect your iCloud storage apps. These include apps such as Google Drive, Google Docs, iCloud, etc. So check out these resources for more information on how to protect your iCloud account and how to protect your Google Drive and Docs. All right, disable smart unlock features. Now, some mobile devices have these features, which automatically unlock your phone when you are at a safe location, home or work, or when your smart watch is nearby. But it's very risky because the attackers can bypass the lock screen authentication if they are in a near proximity. Password protect important files, folders, and apps from getting an additional layer of security. Use apps like Folder Lock, available for both Android and iPhone for this purpose. Avoid using public charging ports. Hackers can compromise the charging ports. This is unknown as juice jacking to intercept the data and break into your device. To avoid getting spam call and spam SMS messages, make your number undetectable or unknown. Use the steps mentioned in this article for the same. Avoid jailbreaking at devices. Jailbreaking or rooting means making unauthorized changes in the default device setting using some software. People jailbreak their phones to unlock it, change service provider, use ban or parade apps, customize the looks, or enable threatening hotspot. I think I have hotspot right on my phone service without paying an extra fee. But when you jailbreak your phone, you not only void the device warranty, but you also weaken the phone's security posture. Hackers can easily insert malware and steal your confidential data from a jailbroken phone. Yeah. While mobile use is increasing in popularity for users or cyber criminals, to put it, mobile equals to convenience, right? Nowadays, we use mobile phones to do bank transaction, pay bills, and to send personal and professional emails. Yes, we use our phones to do that. But mobile is great for more than that. We also use mobile apps and browsers to shop, book cabs, monitor our health and fitness goals, order food, etc. Now, simple put, mobile is integral to our modern lives. For the sake of our convenience, you may find yourself enabling the auto lock or credentials autofill features on your mobile apps and browser. You also may store sensitive information such as photos, videos, conversation on social media apps, health and fitness information, personal or work-related documents on your personal and company devices as well. Yes. Hackers and cyber criminals know this. They like to use our love of convenience and connectivities to their advantage. If someone gets access to your phone, right, either iPhone or any type of phone, physically or virtually, they can do a lot of damage. They can choose to sell your information to other cyber criminals. But it gets worse. They sell your information by what? They will steal your identity, log into your banking apps to conduct fraudulent financial transactions, access your email and send phishing emails in your name. Remember last week I was talking about the phishing emails, that if anyone sent you an email asking for money, or somebody might say, oh, this is Dr. Benny or Dr. Pat. I need some money to send it to my parents. I need it immediately. So if you know that I've never sent you, or Dr. Pat, we have never sent you an email, make sure you call and ask if I sent you that email, or Dr. Pat or Dr. Derek or Queen Debbie send you the email. No, somebody is disturbing, that's why. Could you go back again, please? For the conclusion. Thank you so much. Access your email and send phishing emails in your name. Use the data ransom attack. Dr. Derek, could you stop that person, please? Thank you. Use your device as a zombie bot or botnets. Harm your reputation by posting inappropriate things from your account, which is not good. So you have to be very careful with your phone, please. Thank you. Next, please. All right. In conclusion, nobody likes imagining the scenario in which perpetrators hacks, install malware, or steal the data from their phones. But when there is 680% an increase in fraudulent transactions that are performed via our mobile phones, let's not deny the fact that no one is immune to mobile fraud. But the best way to protect your phone from hackers is to do everything within your power to secure your mobile account with your device provider, your service provider. Be vigilant, please. Be vigilant when visiting any website and downloading anything from the internet. Never underestimate the importance of security software, and always keep it patched and up to date. Use trusted and reliable antivirus and anti-malware protection tools. We hope these articles or this information has helped you to strengthen the security posture of your mobile phone. All right. At this moment, all of us, we want to thank Mr. Ash Mufare. We want to take this opportunity to thank our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare. As you all know, that he is a self-sacrificing man, a man who has a heart for humanity, who stated that either I do or I die. We all know that he is here to correct corruption, to eradicate poverty, also, and to uplift humanity. He is a perfectionist. You all know that. That is why we started the commercialization September 1st, the best month in our life. He wants all of us as founders or founding members to work as a family. My name is Dr. Benny, and I am your friend. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all. And Onpassive is my husband. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Derek. I appreciate you.
Where do I go? Hey.
Since I can't raise my hand, excellent presentation, Dr. Benny. Very informative. Thank you so much. This is Dr. T.
Thank you, Dr. T.
Yay!
That's me. I was trying to do that, Dr. Benny.
Yes.
I can see teamwork is something that you have it. It's in you. It's ingrained in you. Just seeing you go through all of this, and all our viewers will patiently, oh boy, my view. They were patiently waiting for you to get that presentation in the manner that they will be able to hear and see everything you had to do. And you nailed it, girl. You did. Let me give you one round of applause. Please be patient with me.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. If I were to suggest to Dr. Derek, I would say every Tuesday until the end of September, you should repeat the same thing, because the people we have today may not be there next week, and those who were with us for part 1 may not be there for part 3. And those who are here, I don't know how many of them were paying attention. So this is the right time. I see a hand up already. This is the right time. If you had any concerns during Dr. Benny's presentation, please, by all means, go ahead, unmute yourself and speak so she can clarify any doubts that you had or concerns. Thank you. Brother Patrick,
Yes.
you are not muted, so you can proceed, please.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Patrick Ogo. I'm into cybersecurity, and I quite agree with everything she has said. They were right on point, and it might sound very trivial, but when you lose, we don't pray for that. You find out that you would have been able to prevent it rather than it occurring to you. So I do applaud all the points she made, and they were right on point. But I need to add something to what she has said, and I'm not trying to do that to discount what she has said already. In cybersecurity, it's all about risk, and there are some risks you can avoid. And if you know that your own passive information is something you want to protect because it's a good investment, it is better to make sure you don't have those credentials in your cell phone, because cell phone is an easy target, and the technology is there, but it's not quite 100%. So if you can avoid cell phone with your information about Onpassive, if you so cherish the money you're going to make out of it, I will put it away from a cell phone and use one device. And that device should be a home device that you can easily protect better than you can protect a cell phone. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Brother Patrick, I'll let my sister answer that, but just say for those brand ambassadors who live in diaspora and only have iPhones, they barely can afford, only have phones that do not have the means to provide computers. You are telling them that they should not use the devices. They have no other means to survive.
They can't, but I'm just saying it's risky. I live in California myself, so they can. And it is not, cybersecurity is not 100% proof, even with your desktop at home or laptop. But cell phone technology is more, what's the right word? It's more susceptible to an attack compared to this thing. Like she said, they can launch a botnet in your cell phone, and that could be transmitting information to them, and they might send out some valuable information about your finances. So it is more risky. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they shouldn't use it, but I'm saying it's riskier. If you have an alternative, much better. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Patrick. Dr. Benny?
No, well, I'm happy of what he's saying. So, Queen Debbie, remember that I do understand that 90% of all our founding members or all over the globe, they are utilizing cell phones, right? But
Right.
now that all of us, we are going to be receiving some apples, right?
Right.
Well, I do understand that we have older founding members that they cannot buy a laptop. But the younger ones, you know that we have a lot of younger individuals than older individuals. So now that we're going to be receiving these apples, they can utilize some of the money to buy a laptop or a home computer. You understand, sister? What I'm saying, there is a problem with our founding members or any individuals that they are utilizing their cell phone.
Right.
The emails that they have, right? They don't log out at all. They don't, because they have forgotten the password.
I'm one of those.
So we have to start learning. Please, my brothers and sisters, be vigilant. As you saw it on my presentation, be vigilant. The cyber criminals are out there. They are waiting. Remember that a lot of people, they did not know about Onpassive, right? And they were not believing, despite the fact that a lot of us joined Onpassive, but not all of us believe into Onpassive until what happened? September 1st, right? Those cyber criminals are out there waiting. Be very careful with your phones, please. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Protection is important, Sister Debbie. The password protection is very important as well. Remember, 10 to 2, let me say from 10 characters up to 15 here within Onpassive. You need that. You have to protect your password, please. I gave you an example of that password protection. I'm going to say Benny, right? Capital B, E-N-N-Y. And then make sure, I think you should put the special character in the middle. Because maybe cyber criminals, they are beginning to know that we are putting the special character at the end. You can twist it, right? Then put the numbers. Please, make sure it's at least from 10 and up. Please. And again, based upon the recommendation of National Institute of Standards and Technology, as well as, Microsoft, that you need to change your password every 90 days. Can you guys do that? Thank you so much, Queen Debbie.
Thank you, my queen sister, Dr. Benny. Very much appreciated. That was an outstanding presentation with all the, wow, what we went through in the beginning. And everything is so calm now. This is O Connect that we're utilizing, our own product from scratch. We've been talking about it and we're using it now. Dr. Bennett just used it for her presentation. Let's give her one more round of applause as we call for questions. For anyone who has any questions for her, please, this is the right time. And, if I don't see any hands up, thank you once more, Dr. Bennett. If I don't see any hands up, I will say, we'll say thank you to our YouTube viewers. Dr. Derek, are there any hands up? Maybe I'm not seeing, I just checked, I didn't see any.
No, I don't see any.
Okay,
No,
thank you,
not
sis.
seen any.
Thank you to our YouTube viewers. We appreciate you joining us today. And always join us every Tuesday and Thursday on Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive. All right,
You have Patrick.
Yes, I was just going to say before I proceed, I see a hand up. Patrice, please Patrice,